What's up, guys? My foot's sore. I don't know, I guess it's feeling a little better right now, but still limping. I was in a lot of pain yesterday. That's why I didn't want to run any further than here, just because I needed to get off my foot. Let's see. Alright. I'm going to take the scenic route. It looks like there's not going to be a good way to avoid some snowy conditions, so even Holbrook is reporting snow. Yeah, it's kind of a 1 to 2 inch layer through on, no matter which way I go. Reefer check and then get out of here. Alright, so it's 767 miles from here to the receiver. Might be able to reach Clovis, but I'm not going to make bets on that happening. I'm trying to get this fog, whatever this crap is on my windshield, to go away. It's 46 degrees, so it can't be ice. But my window, my windshield wipers are not cleaning it up, so it must be on the inside. Alright, so anybody who's not already aware, I know some of you guys already know, Tonopah is about a little over half an hour drive west of Phoenix. I'm going to stop at the Pilot in Avondale. We're on the west end of Phoenix and get fuel, and take the little scenic route up through the mountains to up through Payson, Arizona, and work my way up to Holbrook. What is going on here? Is he just waiting on the car hauler to back in? Yeah. So Eric, what time did you end up getting to Riverside? Because I know you left here later than you planned on. I kept looking and like, man, is he ever going to get out of here? Like, I don't know if he's going to make it on time. You out there at 425? All right, that's good. Must have been hauling ass through California. I know it would have taken you at least half an hour at 70 miles an hour. Or 4.5 hours, I should say, whatever. Looks like clear both ways. Stella. Glendale for fuel first, and then press on from there. I'll probably wait until I get into western New Mexico, like maybe to Gallup or somewhere, before I'll stop for my 30-minute break. Yeah, that's all I think on the inside. Time getting to sleep last night because because of discomfort. Morning, Yolanda. Buckeye. Yeah, you know, it's kind of split on pressing on or not, but it's already kind of set on taking the Payson route to up to I-40, and there was just no way with the time I had on my clock that I was going to make it to Holbrook. Much as I'd rather be driving at night when there's nobody else on the road. Won't do me to get it as if I can't reach where I need to get to. Not to mention my foot being the way it is. They're even taking this extra 10 hour break that I didn't really need. I'm still going to be at the receiver way early. It's not due till the 30th, and I'll still get it there early in the day on the 29th. See some, what is that, skydivers over there to the right, up ahead and to the right. Looks like the moisture or whatever is off my windshield now on the driver's side. Just gotta let it dissipate on the passenger side. What's happening, Jesse? I am eastbound on 10, exit 109 in Arizona. What about you? What part? Oh, okay. Yes, actually, I do plan to end my day there. Yeah, that's what I was expecting. Weather looks like it's currently snowing in Payson and also in Holbrook. But then I was looking at maybe taking 10 all the way across Las Cruces, but looks like by the time I'd get over to Las Cruces, it might start snowing over there too. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean that helps because sometimes the weather radar isn't always accurate because I know from times when when I was in that Walmart fleet and I'd deliver all the time up in Salt Lake City. There were times that the weather radar would be saying it's actively snowing right here where I'm at, and like where? I'm not seeing any of it. It's nothing at all falling. So yeah, believe it or not, and it's it's not it's not normal, but at the same time, it's not unusual. Usually once or twice a year, I'd say we usually get it. Yeah, and they're yeah, Cajon Pass I've seen closed for snow quite a few times, but usually it's usually not as bad as it was just as the other day. And Hesperia actually, or actually my area, we're actually expecting possibly more snow on Monday. Oh, okay, so you're going westbound. Oh, all right. And I was just at the yard yesterday, and man, I don't think I'd ever seen so many empty trailers sitting over there before. Yeah, it was a cluster. I couldn't wait to get out of there because kept having container after container after container coming into the yard too, and like it was like, and they're some of them are parked right along the fence there, right when you first get in on the right side, and so and yeah, and then okay, you know the lot on the left side. Okay, I know normally up against the curb, it's usually bobtails parked over there. But this time it's all containers, like all backed up against the curb there, and like holy shit, man. And then I'm trying to leave, and then one truck would come in, and I'd have to because the lane is not wide enough to fit two trucks going through because the containers there. Yeah, yeah. Well, those containers sitting right by the fence though, when you're just trying to get in or out of the lot. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, I ended up getting fed up because I had one truck come in, and then of course I had to wait for him. I had to stay out of the way so he could come in, and then next thing I know, another truck would come in, and then two more. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Am I ever gonna get out of this damn parking lot? So I said, to hell with this. I'm just gonna freaking drive my truck up onto the sidewalk there, and then get as close as I can, and then whenever. When I get up close enough, maybe the guard will wave me in, wave me out or something. Like this is bullshit. Yeah. Yeah, even when I was leaving with my loaded trailer later on, because I don't know if you caught the bit of a fiasco with my loaded. Okay, so oh, okay. Now I'll give you like a cliff version, a cliff note version, whatever. Basically, I dropped my empty after I got rid of my load there. Yeah, dropped my empty, and then I wasn't getting any info on what my on my load information. So I mean, because they didn't send me the load assignment, so like I don't know what trailer I'm grabbing. It's supposedly here at the yard already. That's what Teresa had already told me. So um, then I get a message from night dispatch saying, "Oh, it's not there yet. So we can't get we can't send it to you yet." Okay, sure. Well, when I get back, I finally get out of the yard and I hang out bobtail over there by the street. I sent him another message. Hey, just when you get a chance, if you could give me the truck number and trailer number that I'm looking for, and when they load it out or whatever, so I have an idea when to expect them to show up here. So they sent me a message back right away saying, "Oh, it's 3161. It's trailer 7119, and it's he's showing at or near or at the yard now." Oh, okay, so he's almost here. So I'm sitting there. I ended up waiting for half an hour out in front of the yard, and like, okay, this guy has never shown up yet, and if he was already near the yard, he would have definitely been here a long time ago. So I go walk over to the guard shack and ask them, "Hey, did anyone come in here with trailer 7119?" And it goes, "Yeah, it's here. It's shown as empty." Uh, empty. Okay, I'm expecting it to be loaded. So now I'm wondering if it ever got picked up or what. And so I go over there, go back over to I get back to my truck and go back to the trailers. I saw him dropping another trailer, and then I went to go look to see if 3161 was back there where the locals park their trucks. Sure enough, it's right there, and his curtains are drawn. And yeah, and then Jaime, the other local guy who I saw earlier, he was just sitting there in his truck right next to 3161 talking on the phone. So I kind of get his attention. Hey, you know where this guy is? You're I told him I was waiting on this load that he was supposedly picking up. And so he calls the other guy, the other local up. His name's Ken, and finds out, yeah, but I already left like several hours ago when I'm done for the day. Uh, okay. So then he calls dispatch, and eventually gets to Teresa and finds out that the Macro 13 actually got sent in previously by Ken, but somehow never got picked up. So it still showed as being underneath him. Like, you gotta be kidding me. I freaking sat here and wasted an hour of my time for someone because someone missed something. I never went my 14-hour clock there. I was trying to actually get up there on like up to at least Holbrook or maybe even a Navajo or somewhere last night, but when I stopped to take a 30-minute break over there in um, Tonopah, I had noticed my 14 was already down to like 435 or something like that. So I'm only gonna have like 4 hours left to get to Holbrook, and I already know from experience trying to take a JBS load from Tolleson to Holbrook, it takes a good 4 hours to get there from Tolleson, and I'm an extra half an hour past there. So I'm like, yeah, it's not gonna happen. Yeah. Yeah. Ah, I needed a break anyway. My foot was hurting. It's like I was instantly regretting, like, why did I not bring my crutches with me? Because the last couple days when I was at the house, I was using crutches because my right foot. I'm guessing it's either plantar fasciitis or a stress fracture. Yeah, I've had stress fractures before, and I've also had plantar fasciitis, so and they're hard to tell the difference apart. But you know, the PF, we'll just assume that's what it is. It's getting better. It's like because at first it was, yeah, if I even just so much as touch a certain part of my foot where the arch is, oh, it would be an excruciating pain. Now I can put more pressure on it before I feel a lot of pain, but then because of the way I've been walking to compensate for it, I'm really putting a ton of strain on all of my ligaments with like lifting my foot up and toes up and all that. So my entire foot's all sore now because of that. Yeah, half the time last night I was driving with my right shoe off because it was, yeah, 'cause I think my shoe was actually contributing to it. Ah. So how was your how's your guys' holiday? Did you guys spend it at home or what? Yeah, yeah. Ah, wow. Ouch. Yeah, and then the 40-foot six thing, you won't, yeah, because there are no skills to worry about in California. So what? Yeah. Oh, okay. So it's going up that way. Oh, yeah. And Yeah, and there are ways around scales up that way too. I just watched Scotty on his feed not long ago go around the Chowchilla scales. Like I think it was just last week actually. Scotty. Yeah, yeah, he streams a lot also on YouTube. Yeah, I don't think he was overweight. I think he just didn't want to go through the weigh station and get inspected and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, he ended up going up to Santa Nella, stopping for for a break there. And dude, you need to speed into my space. Not, I don't need to freaking back off for your ass. There's space here in front of me. Um, Anyway, yeah, he stopped there for his Del Taco, and then he came back down to get on the what was it 33 or no, maybe it was 152, or the one that goes through Los Baños. Went across that way and took the other state routes over there to get up to where was he going? Can't remember if it was Merced or somewhere over in that area. I think it was Merced. Yeah, too much 55 limit. Oh no. Yeah, but you know what? I've had times where like I can get top off my tanks in Fernley and come into California, make a delivery, go down to Central Cal, pick up a load, and then come back out on I-40, and I'll still have like half a tank of fuel. They've actually told us they aren't doing anything about it so far. I don't know if they're playing a waiting game or what, but yeah, they've taken no action whatsoever as far as us. And I'm kind of I've heard a pretty good percentage of our drivers live there. I'm not sure the exact amount. I can't remember if I heard it was like about a quarter of our drivers or 17% or whatever the hell it was. I forget. But we have a pretty good chunk of our fleet who lives in Cali. And it's like I'm not. I better not get affected by this thing. It's like I've already put in almost 2 years into this truck, and yeah, my balance is down to just under 80,000, and it's gonna, and of course it's gonna pay down a lot faster now. Yeah, and and I like it here, and I like this, I like this truck. It's been doing me well, so I don't want to be forced to either switch carriers or switch or move or whatever just because of this stupid law. It's like we're talking about possibly moving anyway because of family situation issues. Well, not really issues, I guess, but just the family situation. But yeah, man, that's another story. Shouldn't have to. Yeah, yeah, and I've actually seen something. I've seen an article is even talking about how the that law was passed. It had basically good intents, but it was over. It was too far reaching and who it affected. And I get it. Yeah, that was my understanding. And now, but we have so many people in California who drive for a living, and then how many of those are lease operators or whatever else who are getting affected by it? It's going to really disrupt our economy, or force people to move out of the state, or force people to become company drivers or whatever else. Just under 4 years now. Yeah, I'm a noob. Oh, okay. Did not know that. Yeah, my huh. Awesome. Yeah, I was kind of. Oh, go ahead. Sorry. Well, that's good, man. You guys have a good time doing it together, I'm sure. That's good. That's excellent. And like my exit's coming up here for fuel. All right. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I appreciate it. And it was definitely helpful info. Good to hear from you too. Ah, you too. All right. Okay. Bye. I kept getting next to 135 stuck in my head, but 135 is actually left. 133 is the one where the pilot is, but not a big deal. I can stop at the Flying J off exit 137 also. But, come on, dude, you get past me or not? Because I need to move over, and there's a truck over here on my right, but and he was gaining on me at first. But then I couldn't, then it looked like he slowed down. Jesse, no, he's coming out of New Mexico and already in Arizona, kind of not too far out. He's probably in the Holbrook area now. He says he's been getting snow pretty much all the way from the Grants and Milan area of New Mexico to where he's at now. So we'll be expecting some weather problems. But like I said, you gotta pick your poison because even if I decide to take the 10 all the way over to Las Cruces and then take US 70 across, from what I was looking at on the map, on the weather radar, there is some snow expected to hit the general area of Las Cruces in the next couple of, within the next day also. So I don't see a good way to get over there, get where I need to go without having to go through some kind of snowy conditions. So just gotta suck it up and deal with it. I don't really mind snowy conditions. I just don't want to have to chain up. Chains are actually, I have cables and chains. Okay, cables for the tractor and then chains for the trailer. Come on, pickup, I need over there. You're not helping me. Someone's gonna just get in line behind me instead of have a stupid needless battle or cut me off trying to get or whatever. Alright. I forget if I want to say this interchange here is wide enough where I can use the inner lane. Usually it's not, but if I recall, this one is. Don't turn on red, so stay here anyway. I think it was 8375. Yeah, that's my load. Hey, what's up, Ice? I'm stopping for fuel at the Flying J here in Tolleson. And we'll continue our journey up toward I-40. We got yellow light on the other side now, red light. Come on. There we go. Yeah, see, this corner here is plenty wide, so it's okay for a truck to make a turn here without encroaching on the next lane. But as a general rule, trucks should always be in the outer turn lane. Damn it, you stupid lights. Anything saying I can't turn right on red here, so open? Yes, it is. I need to move that. Yeah, let's see. No, I'm good there. Right here is where I need to stop anyway, so thought I was gonna have to get out and move that squeegee first before I could completely set up. Alright. I do my fuel purchase right now through the app. Truck. I guess I can get DEF. doing here? Okay, see what I all missed here. So we got Salvia here. Hello, how are you? Let's see. With some daughter-in-law, it's pretty nice. Plan on spending our yearly tradition of having a nice quiet New Year's Eve at home. It's always nice to be with family. Yes, definitely. I agree, Yolanda. Morning, Charlie. Let's see, who else? What else we got here? Coughing your guts up as per usual. How's your foot? My foot hurts, but it's, I'll manage. Should have brought my crutches with me, but made the mistake of thinking I'd be getting better as time went, but I think I really need to just keep my weight off my feet, but too late now. Ever had that feeling when you've been coughing too much, you pull your back and stomach muscles? Doesn't surprise me. Probably some other muscles too with, with how hard you have to cough sometimes. Vicks Vapor Rub on your chest and get wrapped up. Yeah, I think Dora would agree on that. She loves using Vicks Vapor Rub. Alright. Okay, so get rolling. Okay, I'm ended up taking Loop 202 east over to Highway 87. Take 87 up into Payson. What are we doing, Bombshell? I'm not going to sit here and do a putt pace with you. Come on, dude, you don't need to block the whole entire lane. I'm not interested in doing 3 miles an hour with your ass. Kidding me? If you knew you were gonna do that, you could have checked up for me earlier, jackass. There's a truck coming. Come on. Yeah, he's coming out of the parking lot. Still slow speed, so. My phone's getting a little hot already. There's the sun getting shining directly at it, I'm sure. Get some cool air coming into here too. The 202, the new part of 202, I'm wondering if I could take that down and straight over to where the part of 202 is that I'll need to get over to 87. I think I can, but yeah, I think it does go into that same area. So I might go that way, just get on from over here. So I can actually see cars on 280 on Loop 202 now, straight ahead. Just past the tree. You probably can't see it on your view, but I can see cars going back and forth on the north-south kind of direction, and that's right about where 202 is. Was going to change on me. You just have to mess with me all day, right? interesting color scheme on this Jeep. I kind of like it, actually. Look like everybody over there is signaling turns, so... Go through downtown. Because I think there is a more northern part of 202 also. It goes across. Plenty of puffy clouds straight ahead. Nice weather here in Phoenix, but definitely evidence might run into some stuff on going into the mountains. It's 43rd Avenue. I-17 coming up in a couple miles. Eric was telling me earlier there was a rock slide that had shut down part of I-17 earlier today. It looked like it was only the southbound side that was affected. But there was a closure for rock slide. I guess they already got the slide cleared up though. Pretty scenic route will be on. Not sure how much you'll be able to see, because I'm sure there's going to be some buffering going on, but get what we can out of it. spots when I can just stay where I'm at and not have to worry about trying to merge with other people. On top of dealing with a lower speed limit. I always prefer taking this route, this direction if I can. If I have to go through the Phoenix area, to stay on 10. Tractor going the other way. Cooled off better now. Junction, we got 51 and 202, 1 3/4 mile. I do believe that's the 202 that I want. Yes, it is. Look like we're getting slowed a little bit here. This car seems to be slowing on around the curve a little bit. But I don't want to have a hard time getting over when I need to. Alright, 202 east, 1 1/4 mile. Just a little north of Sky Harbor Airport. Lisa and I do that a lot too. I don't know why it's so fun to honk and honk air horns and stuff in tunnels. Wait till I own the truck and then put a train horn on it. That'll add more fun. That'd be interesting. Having trouble getting the right amount of throttle input for my downshift because of this foot. Through a pretty upscale part of the Phoenix area here too. Get out of here a little bit. Yeah, it's very nice. Scottsdale is more of an affluent part of the area. Mountain Freeway. And that's a good term for it because I will be going by Red Mountain to get up there. What's going on over here in this lane? A lot of merging going on. It tells me a lot of cars are getting off the freeway here or whatever, or going to be getting off soon. Loop 101, 6 minutes. Loop 101 and US 60, 9 minutes. I will be going by, following along too once I'm on US 84. So I can technically take 60 across, but there is a section of 60 here in Arizona that's not really truck legal. So that's not a truck route that I'm aware of. I'm pretty sure it's a truck restricted route actually. So I can't just take 60 straight across. Dipshit, I was gonna move over there, but I'm not gonna do it while I'm in the middle of a curve, jackass. Change lanes if I can't see around my trailer. Right here. Come through here at night too, you'll see a lot of decorative lights and stuff. 101. Airplanes in a landing pattern for Sky Harbor coming right through here on both sides of us now. I see one getting ready to turn final now up here heading to the left. I see both the real and a fake cell phone tower here. They're both over here on the right, you can't see it, but one of them looks like a palm tree, the other one's a normal looking one. Mesa and X17 exits. And Mesa is where the turn on Highway 87 will be. Enroute coming up. Got a real cell phone tower right in front of me. It'd be mostly real cell phone towers along this route. Alma School Road. Cell phone tower to the left. And another one straight ahead. Telling me the exit real soon. First part of 87 will be a little annoying to get to because the traffic lights and stuff. Plus there's some neighborhoods and a casino and all that up here. Come through at night when it's more quiet, it's a lot easier to deal with, but this time of day and on a weekend, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a little more active. Alright, lights yellow on the other side. So I got a Mesilla Valley transport truck behind me. It's a bobtail. Decades. The hottest party, the biggest night, New Year's Eve. Well, dancing through the decades. New Year's Eve, 120,000. Alright, pacing 75 miles from here. So over an hour. Probably call about an hour and a half considering the speeds I'm going to have to run. Got to get out of the inhabited area first, and then even then I'm going to have a lot of up and down hills to slow me down. Salt River, Pima, Maricopa Indian Community. Disabled veteran, New Mexico. There's a and then a gas station with truck parking here, right here on the right side. Tobacco outlet, Little Caesars, Beeline Highway pit stop. Not much room for truck parking there, but there's a little gravel lot there, it looks like. Turned into that lot there. There was another Mesilla Valley truck with a trailer though, sitting over there. Looks like it's kind of more scattered clouds, but with pretty good coverage. Doesn't really look like anything that would concern me yet as far as stormy weather is concerned. I'm sure it'll get better though. You guys get shots of the cactus right here, the cacti right here in median, and trying to see if there are any over on the sides too. I'm seeing them in the median for sure. So much on the sides. There's several cacti right there. Cacti over here on the out in the field too. There's some saguaro cacti. Road coming up. It is currently red. I might as well stay over here in this lane. It's another one sending. Salt River landfill over on the left side. There's a real cell phone tower over there too. Salt River Indian Community. No trespassing or dumping. Violators subject to arrest and prosecution. Next 20 miles. Must have wild Mustangs here. Or perhaps people riding horses. Hey, what's up, Corey? Just tuning in on State Route 87, going northbound from Mesa, Arizona up to Payson at the moment. From here, we'll take 87 into Payson, and then I'll take State Route 260 east, and take the 77s, basically 277 and 377 up into Holbrook. I'll get on the I-40 in Holbrook and then take that across to Santa Rosa. Probably end my shift at Santa Rosa. whatever it is right in front of me. Colorful. It's got some red on it and it's got some green vegetation on it. I got a whole bunch of saguaros over here to the left. A bunch of young ones too. Prime rib, that sounds good. Go for some of that. Right shoulder close to head. Road work, expect delays. Starting January 6th.
Plane crashes in Lafayette, Louisiana, killing at least 5. Fox News 1 hour ago. At least 5 people were killed with a twin-engine plane with 6 people on board crashed in Louisiana on Saturday morning, local media reported. The plane crashed in a parking lot near a Walmart in U.S. Post confirmed to KLF patients to local hospitals from the crash. Their conditions time. Local media reported eyewitnesses saying the plane may have hit a power line before the crash. The impact blew out some of the windows of the post office. It shook my trailer. He added, I knew something. The road was closed and evacuated. Neighbor
once we we get past these casinos, it should, up. Oh, there's, look at them. At least I did it here. It's about the 252 mile marker. Don't park along highways to play in snow. Verde River. I assume that you're more of a poultry eater than if you're not a beef eater. Poultry, like chicken and turkey. I tend to be mostly a chicken eater myself, but I definitely love me some beef. The burgers are... to town on venison meat, also known as deer meat. Oh, that's some good stuff. Tonopah National Forest.
Tow truck driver hit by car while helping motorists on the I-15 freeway in Victorville. BBNG.com, yesterday. Victorville, Calif. According to the California Highway Patrol incident logs, a two-vehicle crash was reported at 4:48 a.m. on the northbound I-15. Second ambulance was requested for one of the other drivers who had a complaint of pain. CHP temporarily halted southbound traffic as they investigated the crash and cleared the roadway. Answered November 8, 29 was invited to march in the 1980 Rose Bowl Parade. We were selling candy bars to raise money for the trip. One day, my friend MK and I decided to go door to door at her townhouse complex selling our wares. At one house, when the door opened, a cloud of funny, smelling smoke wafted out. Okay, it was weed and I knew it was sometime. The average did in communication days and pace not be implemented. Had a clear view, the juncture of the carotid and ophthalmorotids on both sides. Just in aneurysm. Only I didn't get to Albert Einstein, Caltech, UCLA. Professor at University of California, Los Angeles. Studied at Technology. 2.9 meters content views 120.1K this month. In other languages. In Spanish. Como Cirujana, KS lo más aterrador que has visto en el quirófano. In Italian.
A lot of traffic coming up this way. Gonna probably have an annoying time in the Payson area or elsewhere.
Out careers privacy terms contact. Open an app. Article 6 of 64. Answer, Quora. Open an app. Sign in. As a police officer, what is something small someone can do that makes you immediately suspicious? Norm Lins, studied at Redmond High School. Answered October 2nd, 2019. Upvoted by Norbert Scheck, Ph.D. Law and Constitutional Law, John Paul II Catholic University of Lublin, 2008, and Karen Mackey, J.D. Law, University of Nebraska-Lincoln, 1994. Any number of things. A couple of examples. I saw a young guy climbing up a house to get into the second-story window. Stopped and got him down. Off of him. Finally got him stopped and asked what the problem was. He had come from the Midwest. 2019. Upvoted by Michelle. Father used to bring lunch for my sister and I and sat with us until we finished our food. Every day. Until I was 16 and felt embarrassed by that and convinced my We lived with our grandparents in a small town in Malaysia for 13 years. Long story, but my parents are still alive and they're not abusive, etc. One day, a madman somehow got through the school gates and was terrorizing everyone. Us or the madman to go away, whichever came first. My class was located across the canteen and had a clear view of both the canteen and the entrance gates, so we could watch where the madman was going and doing. As it was nearly lunchtime, my stomach started growling, anticipating food. I observed the madman making himself home at the canteen, rummaging through the rubbish bins while at the canteen. I was anxious and afraid. I did not want my grandfather to get hurt. He set the table as per usual, ignoring the still raving madman. I was not quite sure what to do and was quite terrified at the prospects of being in the near vicinity of a violent madman, but I was hungry. My growling stomach won and I went to sit with my grandfather, and eyed the madman warily. My sister, who was 8 at the time, came bouncing.
I started to get some evidence of snowfall here. It's smaller flakes though. Ooh, damn it, I just want to see what my elevation is. Alright, 3585. It's a little over 3,500 feet in level and starting to get snow. This doesn't look like the stuff that'll 8 degrees locally. And 20 miles. It's over 30 miles from Payson. Probably can't be enjoying the tolls. I don't see this. Yeah, about 30 miles south of Payson. A couple miles. bridge here. Bridges ice more easily. Watch for ice next 3 miles. Current temperature is 34 Fahrenheit. About 1 degree Celsius. County. And everything's covered in snow here now. Rye 18 miles, Basin 29 miles. My damn windows. Now it's working.